Good morning, boys and girls. Today's Friday, November 6th. And today, sadly, we can't be in school together. But guess what? You have an emergency work packet at home. And it's in a yellow folder like this, yellowish orange folder like this. So I'd like you to get that out. It has your name on it, and it says emergency work. Only open when instructed to. And guess what? You're being instructed to right now. So please get out this packet. Have mommy or daddy or grandma or whoever's at home with you help you get this packet out. All right, you're gonna open up this packet, and you're gonna work on this packet. This one, it has apples and backpacks on it. It has a square and a triangle. All right, so you're gonna get out this packet. You have a page of math that you can do at home that I'd like you to do. This will count as your attendance, so please make sure you do this whole packet for me. Okay, so you have your math sheet, then you have a phonics sheet, and you have a writing sheet. You're gonna work on your letters, and then you have a reading sheet. So you can either use the book in your book baggie to do this worksheet or a different book at home to read. Maybe you can read it to mommy and daddy or grandma, or maybe they can read it to you, all right? So that's what I want you to work on today. Friday, November 6th. Okay, but in school, we always read really fun picture books, right? We do lots of read alouds. I love reading, and I know you guys do too. So today, I'm going to read you the story, Going Places. All right, check it out. So we have been reading a lot of fiction and nonfiction books this week, right? The author made up this story. Do you think this book is fiction or nonfiction if the author made up this story? Right, it's a fiction story. It's made up. It's not true. So what makes you think that? When you look at the cover, what might make you think this is a fiction story? Yeah, right, there are two kids up top of a mountain here. It looks a little dangerous standing up on top of that vehicle here, right? And they have a purple ocean, and look at the sky, going places. Yeah, this is a fiction story. In this story, Raphael and Maya are in a go-kart race with the rest of their friends in their class. I'll show you this. On the title page, look, you can see right here. On the title page, you can see a van going to the school with a lot of kits for making go-karts. Let's read to find out what happens in this story. It's a fun one. All right, Going Places, written by Peter H. Reynolds and Paul A. Reynolds, illustrated by Peter H. Reynolds. Okay. Raphael had been waiting all year long for the Going Places contest, a chance to build a go-kart, race it, and win. When the teacher announced who would like the first kit, Raphael's hand shot right up. The rest of the class watched enviously as Raphael walked back to his seat with a kit. Mrs. Chud assured them, "Don't worry, you'll all be getting one." What do you think, envious? It says the rest of the class watched enviously as Raphael walked back to his seat. Look at their faces. Envious. What do you think that might mean? Maybe jealous, right? Maybe they're a little jealous. They wish they were first. But don't worry. The teacher says they're all going to get a kit. And they were all exactly the same. So they all got a kit, and all of the kits are exactly the same. Look, they have little name tags on the kits. Look, one got a lot of different kits. The kit came with a set of precise instructions that made Raphael happy. He was very good at following directions. Raphael hammered and glued and nailed and assembled his kit. His go-kart looked just like the one in the directions. He was feeling quite proud. Raphael wondered how his classmate Maya was doing. She lived right next door. What have we learned about Raphael so far? What have we learned about this character so far? Right, he likes to be first, right? I mean, it's fun to be first, but he likes to be first. And what else? Yeah, he likes following the directions. He peered over the fence. Hey, Maya, you haven't even started. Maya didn't respond. She was so intent on watching the bird in front of her. She quickly sketching it. She didn't even notice Raphael. Then she just put down her pencil and stared at a bird dreamingly. Raphael shrugged and let her be. What is she looking at? A bird. The next morning, Raphael checked back in to see how Maya was doing. Wow, what is that? He asked. Maya grinned. You like it? Raphael responded slowly. Yeah. Extremely cool. But, Maya, there's just one little problem. That's not a go-kart. Where does Maya get her idea for her creation? What was she just looking at? Right, she got her idea from a bird, the bird she was just looking at. How is her go-kart different from Raphael? How is hers different from the one she built, from the one he built? Yeah, hers looks different, right? She's standing, she has wings. Maya smiled. Who said it had to be a go-kart? Raphael was confused. The set of instructions inside the box were for a go-kart. But then again, they didn't say it had to be a go-kart. He looked again at Maya's contraption. After a moment, he grinned. I get it. Hey, Maya, I really want to win this race. The instructions never said we couldn't team up either. They're gonna team up. And so they did, working late into the evening. What do you think Raphael and Maya will create together? What do you think they will create? Maybe they'll combine their go-karts? Maybe they'll I bet you they'll come up with something really good together. I wonder what they're gonna create. The next day, everyone gathered for the big race. Each go-kart was a perfect replica of the other. Look at those go-karts. Look at those go-karts. What do you notice about all those go-karts? Right, they all look exactly the same. Exactly the same. What do you think a replica is? What do you think that is? If they all look exactly the same, a replica means, right, they're all exactly the same. Wow, yeah, they all look exactly the same. It says, Going Places Contest. Start. Except one. One of the kids laughed. Looks like you had trouble with the going places instructions. You're going places all right. You're going to lose. That's not very nice. How did Raphael and Maya combine their ideas to create a go-kart that is different from everyone else's? So how did they combine their idea, boys and girls, to create their own go-kart, right? How did they combine it? Right, so Raphael had his was like all the others, right? It was a car. And Maya's was like a bird, right? So they gave it wings. It kind of looks like an airplane, doesn't it? Kind of does. Kind of looks like an airplane. Maya and Raphael didn't even have time to respond because the announcer's big booming voice called out, "Attention racers, start your engines! 4, 3, 2, 1. The buzzer sounded, and they're off! While all the other go-karts disappeared in a cloud of dust, Maya just sat there in their motionless vehicle. Raphael shouted over the roar of engines and cheering crowds, "Maya, what are we waiting for?" "No worries, Raphael," Maya answered. "Flaps down, throttle up." And now they took off into the air. They're flying! The other contestants looked up in amazement. Maya and Raphael hovered and then sped past them all. Before long, Maya and Raphael coasted across the finish line to the cheers of the waiting crowd. Finish. They kept rolling across the race grounds. Maya slammed the brakes, just stopping short of the lake at the edge of the school field. Raphael noticed a startled frog leaping from a lily pad and dive into the water. He raised his eyebrow and looked at Maya and smiled. "Raphael, are you thinking what I'm thinking?" Raphael nodded. What do you think Raphael and Maya will build next? What do you think they might build next? Maybe another plane? Maybe a sailboat? I don't know. What are you thinking? That's an interesting contraption. What did they build? Yeah, it looks like a frog, submarine type boat thing. Wow, pretty cool. The end. The end. Did you like that story, boys and girls? Yeah, I thought it was really fun too. Raphael and Maya are a really good team, aren't they? They had to work together, right? And when they worked together, they made an amazing go-kart. It's so important to be creative and work together, boys and girls. Thank you so much for listening to this story. I really hope you enjoyed it. I miss you so much. Work on your emergency packet. All right, it's beautiful outside. Go outside, get some fresh air. I miss you so much. Have a great weekend. All right, bye. Wash your hands. Bye.